Have you ever wondered why there's so many accidents caused in America? Well, I'm going to start talking about it, and my first topic will be that I think kids that are 15 and 16 should not be able to get their permit at 15 years old and be able to wait a year and then have your license at 16. I think that it's very dangerous because once you're 15, you have a little freedom that you can drive with someone in the car with an adult or a parent, which feels good at 15. But then once you turn 16, you get your license. You have this thought in your mind, which is so much freedom that you could do whatever you want. You could go there, you could go here, that you could do anything you want. And that's the main problem. Being 16, 17, and 18 are like kind of your times where you're learning what's wrong and what's right. And I think if you're 16 and you have a license, you can make an error, hit someone, do something bad in the road, and still kind of get away with it. And that's why I kind of say that people over 18 should, because at 18 plus, you can learn from your mistakes. You will get charged for whatever you do. So, in my opinion, I think that people over 18 plus, that's when you should get your license. If you think of it, being 15 from personal experience, you think you can do whatever you want. Being 16, having your own car, driving to school, you're obviously going to want to speed. You're going to want to do whatever you want. And it happens to a lot of us, and I can say from my personal opinion, because it happened to me. Crashed my car when I was 17. Didn't really have any consequences for it, and I learned from that, and that really made me realize what really driving is and the big responsibility that you have to take when you get behind the wheel. My second point that I will focus on is people over 65. I say people over 65 should get tested once a year just because you got to think of it. You're an old person, your vision can change from day to day, from hour to hour. Visions, you can't play with it. And if you're also 65 plus, you don't have as much as reflexes. You might have the experience and might have all the resources that can tell you that you know how to drive and that you can be safe. But at the end of the day, if something really happens and you don't have the reaction and the timing, your life could be over or it could be a very bad spot. So I think people over 65 should get tested every year just for eye vision, and they should have physical exams to see what their body's looking like, how can they move, if they can react, like just simple stuff that can save your life and save other people's lives on the road. And then also my third point is going to be people, especially young drivers, on the phone. Our new generation, it's all about technology. We're always not really 100% focused on the wheel. It's another thing. We have screens on our cars. We also can touch our phones. So one thing I think is that a lot of teenagers that are 16 plus, 18, from ranging from 16 to 24, 25, are using their phone a lot, which can cause a lot of bad stuff on the road. It takes 1 to 2 seconds to just boom, hit someone, hit something. It's a lot that you got to take in. So I think that phones shouldn't be used as much when you're driving, and it's kind of hard to stop it. But at the end of the day, it's everyone's lives on the road, and I think that phones shouldn't be used when driving. But everyone has their own opinion, so I can't. At the end of the day, I will say that after my accident or my personal experience I had, I can say that I'm no longer grabbing my phone. I'm driving. I have this just little panic that I get. So like, that's my advice for everyone. Drive safe. Don't use your phones and stay sharp, guys.